Hello, SpeedGaming 4, and welcome back to Hyrule for another round of Zelda 1 Randomizer. All boards, no swords. I'm KTAP4321, and I'm here on comms today with Spear and Magic Helmet.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Sorry.
Do you have any thoughts, hopes, prayers, any sadistic wishes you want to bring upon these runners tonight?
I've got a bias in some ways for digshake because I've been watching him play for so long. I appreciate the Zelda 2 randomizer that I believe he designed on his own. Is that correct? I know he's at least really involved in it.
Yeah, I haven't touched the Zelda 2 randomizer, to be honest, but I'm hoping for... Okay, let's hope for Wand and Book not in one. And let's hope for some crazy blocks tonight.
Wand and Book not in one, crazy blocks. You sure you don't want like bow in like 8 or deep in 7 with a meat block or something?
That would be interesting. I just can't wait to see where this is gonna go.
Yeah, it should be really fun. What is Liquid Husband has been playing for probably 3-4 years, would you say?
Yeah, he's been around in the community for a bit. So is digshake. They're both great runners, and I've seen them both race before, and I'm looking forward to them racing again.
Digshake's been around for a long time, but I think he started in communities for a long time, but I think he started the Z1 stuff a little bit late. Like I think he's been around for like 8 or 9 years, and I think he's been playing Z1R for like 3 or 4 years. But that being said, he's one of the mid to late contenders I know, and I think Liquid Husband is a pretty good match for him. So they should be pretty close in my opinion.
For those of us who are here and not at the RBG race on Main SpeedGaming, do you want to explain some of our flags to our chat?
You asking me to explain the flags?
Do you want to?
We could both do it. I know that it's swordless. I'm calling up the flags on my side just right now. I know that it's swordless. I know that
we have shapes. We also have
first quest overworld, right? So the
yes.
bomb spots for second quest overworld will not apply here. We have the shapes. We have the swordless run, which for people that aren't too experienced with this, swordless means that they will need to find the wand to kill Ganon. They won't have a sword through the whole thing. Red candle will be the 5-heart item, or the white sword item as it's more commonly called, but you will need to, it'll be the white sword item, but it'll be randomized too, so it'll be 4 to 6 hearts for that. So I assume that they'll be pushing to find that first, along with the blue candle, just so they have a weapon. Blue candle is a pretty weak weapon overall. They will start with, I believe, 3 Triforces. Am I correct?
Yes, we will have 3 Triforces, and I'm gonna pray Dark Balls knows which one on the screen they show, because I still have not memorized First Quest Triforce layout. But we also have, for our white sword and for our magical sword. Yeah, right. White sword, magical sword. Instead of the swords being there, we're gonna have a 2-bomb upgrade.
So we probably will not see that for the magic sword, but they will find one in the dungeon possibly at some point, and that one will be a little easier to dig out. That should be pretty exciting to see. Let's see here. So it'll be force Ganon, and the start room will be swapped in dungeons. The caves are shuffled, as I think we will always see in the tournament. And shop items are going to be shuffled around. Gem drops are going to be shuffled around. So that means that the 10 gem ranges from, is it 50 to, is it 10 to 30, I believe, for the 10 gems? And then the 3 gem. Yeah.
Small secret is 0 to 20 rupees. Medium secret is 21 to 40 rupees, and 41 above is our large secret.
Okay. That was really dumb. I mean, I kind of knew that, but the small secret can't go to 0, right? It can go as low as 1, but not 0.
It cannot be 0.
Yeah. So the book is the atlas in this. It'll also still have its old use of being the torch. So in a string where we're talking about the wand being this important, it'll be interesting to see. I know in some of these races people are not opting for the book, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, we're south of the fairy fountain in the Dead Woods, and we're running down to, I'm guessing, vanilla level 3 to see what's in there, because that's the closest open cave.
And digshake is being a nice person and is leaving their Triforce on screen so we can figure out what Triforces they're starting with, and they're starting with the Triforces from 2, 7, and 8. That's wonderful. Well, kind of wonderful for a runner to have 7 and 8, because, well, 8 has 2 items in it. On the other hand, we have 7 and 8 are usually huge dungeons, and they need to, not having to dig them is a high priority.
Sort of an early death there from digshake right off the bat, but he's making the most of it. Assuming that he's screen scrolling over to the graves and vanilla 6 to check those out.
And we have the Any Roads on Liquid Husband's side.
And he's down in what's sometimes called the other forgotten spot, which is the area just south of the Dead Woods. That bomb spot especially gets forgotten. He's going to be a long time, I imagine, before he goes back there to check it.
So I just saw some bunnies on the overworld. That is going to be tough, because the only thing... Bunnies, as I like to call them, but they're officially known as Poe's Voice. They're a pain because they're a pain to take down with anything but the bow. And finding that bow is always going to be a problem until you find it. And we saw our magical sword bomb upgrade.
Yep, so the magic sword is where the magic sword is in Quest 1.
Is this even randomized?
I know, right? Fred.
Here we have level 2 on our hand, and Liquid Husband's just gonna continue and save to get that 3 heart refill, and also that bomb spot open, and is going to probably explore this level 2, see if there's anything useful that can be dug out of here.
It'll be tough because it's got to be sitting on the ground, which means you potentially have to clear out the room to get to it. But this so far is, yeah, see, he's going to have to go back. I think he's blocked completely now without any resources.
Yeah.
36 for the medium secret.
This too looks segmented. No, it's not segmented. I just can't see.
digshake thought the cave was so nice he had to do it twice.
So it is ladder blocks and bomb blocks.
We have the Any Roads. Let's see, we've got one down in the... I'm sorry, up in Death Mountain. No, that's down in the other forgotten spot. And then we have Vanilla 3. And an actual push block spot, so he's stuck up there, but that's not too bad.
But still, it is information, and we have whiz robes on the overworld. That is not a fun thing to face, especially when you get a screen full of whiz robes early on.
What color were they?
Max damage.
Okay. You know, I wouldn't mind these two overworld enemies too much, though, because that means you're not blocked with them. At least in the overworld, if you can live, you can get past them. But Poe's Voices can pretty much only be killed by the wand, so we're not so stuck, and the bow, but you need 2 items to have that. And the blue whiz robes mean that we won't be blowing bombs in dungeons, which are pretty precious and swordless.
Yes, though the only thing is that we haven't seen any dark nuts on the overworld, so they might be in one of our dungeon enemy sets. And those always take some bombs.
Still no Armo item.
More overworld exploration on here. We're seeing one of our other Armo spots get checked. Mm-hmm. And that's level 2. So we have not found our Armos item yet.
Vanilla sword item is a whammy.
A door repair! 16 rupees for breaking down a door. I mean, that's not that bad.
I feel like he bribed him for trespassing, really. I mean, there was no door broken.
So, I remember seeing, besides these Armos, I think we saw another set of Armos, and only the forest Armos were left, I believe. So I think that might be where our item is tonight.
You can make it down there. This is a challenging overworld for the very beginning of the game. I think they're just going to be happy later in the game when they've got a little more traction.
Yes, but there's certain screens you better pray you don't get some whiz robes on, otherwise it's a pain.
Mhm.
Like this screen, for example. But these
All right, we have
techniques...
one more shot at the Armos here. The wooden boomerang.
Of course, it's a banana.
Oh,
Why
but
did I...
luckily these guys rolled. Luckily, these guys rolled a 0, so we immediately have something we can do to get a little bit of money with it. They're not exactly bomb droppers, but maybe we can see someone else that rolled down that's a bomb dropper, like a blue Octorok or something like that.
Yes, but boomerangs are a useful tool, even if I don't particularly care for them. They're good for, as mentioned in chat, it's good for bomb conservation, but also you can stun enemies with them and do a little bit of damage. So it's a useful tool until you find either the have enough hearts for that red candle, or you get your hands on a wand or a bow and some arrows.
I agree with Bogey on Wizrobes being the overworld being a choice. The orange ones in the dungeon might not be that bad because you could at least spawn them for bombs, but blue ones I prefer in the overworld.
Yeah, and we're just seeing more and more door repairs.
Yep. And not even for broken doors. Just walk down an open cave. They leave their door open. What, were they born in a trunk?
So we're seeing some more exploration from both of our runners, and we're gonna see Liquid Husband is gonna get some more information.
Or another door repair.
Yeah. That NPC is right. We really could have just cracked the windows with our bombs. Oh wait, we don't have any bombs yet.
I feel like with a window you could probably just smash a ruby against it.
As both runners are tracing over their footsteps, we're gonna see some more checks eventually. And maybe if a bomb drops somewhere, or there's some floor bombs, that'd be quite nice. And we have 93 rupees for arrows and 96 for a key.
So a little cheap on the key, a little fairly expensive for the arrows. Oh, we got a blue candle for Liquid Husband.
I think you had that the other way around.
I'm sorry.
But Liquid Husband gets their blue candle.
I thought keys were like 100 in the regular, weren't they?
I do not remember vanilla prices right now.
I think vanilla arrows are 80 and vanilla keys are like 90 or 110 in the expensive or something like that. I could be wrong.
I do not remember, but we have a blue candle. It's the blue candle, but it's something. We'll be able to get our candle lane checks and be able to do a bunch more burn checks. But on the other hand, the downside of the blue candle is that you can only burn stuff for one use per screen, and then you have to go off the screen and go back in order to use it. And ew, that was rope layout on Digshake's side.
Building on what you said, that means you can clear out some rooms if you're willing to go big in and out of them. But you can't kill anything that can't be killed with a single candle shot. They will probably probably both have a candle and a boomerang at some point, so that could be a little help if something can also be damaged by the boomerang. But in that case, you just stay in the room and boomerang.
So right now, we're practically at a race to who gets bombs first, so then we can finally start bombing some caves on the overworld. And we find our large secret of 69 rupees. It's all right. The medium secret was decent. It's just more, they're gonna have to watch the rupee count.
Yeah. Sidetown confirmed 80 vanilla for arrows.
With the bright side of coming across some of those door repairs quite early, you don't have to hand over some of the rupees you just found, which is quite nice, and you may even be able to find some bombs in a shop.
This screen could be worse on Liquid Husband's side. That's not too bad of a way to get to that cave. Sometimes you get some blue llamas or something like that. And we get a heart, so we potentially could get the red candle now if Liquid Husband comes across it. That's giving Liquid Husband a fairly good early lead. Not huge, but a fairly good early lead with 2 items and one heart container ahead of digshake.
At least it wasn't whiz ropes on that screen. I've seen that, and it is not pretty.
Whiz ropes would be nightmarish on that screen. I think that screen and the screen where you get the letter in vanilla are probably two of the worst ones for something like that, because you're stuck on that ladder for so long unless you know how to clip into the HUD.
I think both our runners might maybe be forced into 2 or something, or any other dungeon they can find without requiring bombs until they can get some bombs or another weapon to use that's feasible.
I imagine they're hoping for a bomb shop at this point because they both have a little bit of money. They've hit some door repairs, so they're probably hopeful that they're not going to hit another one for at least a little bit. That's an expensive shield at 180.
So that key is 69. So we're eventually getting to see some more of the overworld, and maybe I'll actually be able to look and see what's on the coast.
Looks like digshake found a different heart container, but that's going to be a pretty easy one for Liquid Husband to come across. The coast item, wait for the pixel. Wow, that's a really important coast item. So now we're at least hoping for the ladder. We've got the wand on the coast.
So that's information, so we know the ladder is required. And information is always something that is important in these randomizers. Information can change the way you play a seed or route or what dungeons you choose.
So as the commentators, we're hoping for a raft buried deep in 7.
And we have a bomb shop! Hallelujah! Liquid Husband has some explosives!
Was that a 32 I saw? That's going to be expensive with the large secret as small as it is.
It is quite expensive, but bombs mean we can see more things. And we're starting to get a check on our candle checks.
Yeah.
So maybe with these bombs, we'll be able to find more of our dungeons, because it's been pretty bare on the overworld right now.
Neither of them can afford another pack, too, so Liquid Husband's going to have to make them count. digshake couldn't afford some if he came across them.
Yeah, bomb conservation is going to be really important this seed with how low money it is.
And frankly, I haven't seen a lot of bomb droppers on the overworld.
So they might just be in the dungeons, per se. But that ladder is going to be really important, because while the ladder is typically not required in most seeds, it is required in this seed because we have an item we actually need on the coast. The ladder is also a nice, convenient item that we can use to world wrap and get around the world real quickly from one den to the another. A teleporting ladder, quite nice. It's also used to get across gaps and stuff, so we don't have to worry about certain blocks and things, and also helping runners stay safe in some pesky designed rooms.
digshake closing the gap a little bit here, finally getting his candle. That will make him a little bit less helpless. He'll be able to damage boost through things. He'll be able to take out some people, some enemies, maybe get a bomb from these guys. I believe they're bomb droppers, aren't they?
I do not remember off the top of my head right now, to be honest, but we found level 9.
Where did you see that 9? I was looking at Dig.
On Liquid Husband's screen. I didn't see where, because he just saved and went back to start. But level 9 is located. That's quite nice.
digshake's making pretty good use of strats over here. He's using the boomerang to stun a bunch of gorillas into one spot and then take them out. Unfortunately, when he hit them, they were knocked back and they didn't take the damage they needed. But he's still making a pretty efficient use of the combination candle boomerang here to get what he needs. He's definitely grinding for a bomb from these guys, and he's having no luck so far.
So Liquid Husband just decides to reset after facing 2 door repairs, which drained his funds. I do not blame him, because rupees are very important, and these checks were very close to start.
Not only do I not blame him, I salute him. That's a really good strategy. Once you have the information, the spot really doesn't have any extra value to it, and I don't think he lost any progress, if I'm correct.
No progress was lost. Though I will note, I have seen a similar strategy done for bombs. So in a seed where there's low money and low bombs, if you are close to start or you're in any roads and stuff, runners will bomb some stuff, bomb some bombable holes, check them, see if they're any good, and if they're not anything useful, they'll reset and get those bombs back. Because bombs are a very important weapon in Swordless, since they do a lot of damage, and there are tools for getting to places.
And there's certain enemies in Swordless you can only kill with bombs. And certain enemies that you can only kill in anything with the bombs, like the dongos, and they're really useful against manhandles, especially if they haven't rolled up. Digshake finally got a bomb. I think it took him well over a minute to grind one out. He had to clear one room and half of another one to get to one, but he did get one.
While
so he's feeling probably a little relieved.
While Digshake might be relieved to having 2 bombs, they're also going to have to keep watch of their count in order to probably force a bomb count to get another stack of bombs.
It's a tall order when you've got this kind of overworld and you're swordless with just a candle, but I think if someone can do it, it's one of these runners.
Yeah, especially since we know that wand is blocked by the ladder.
Fingers crossed for that red candle.
That red
Digshake finds 6 in Monaco Rock.
Well, 6 is nice because Digshake doesn't have the Triforce in there. They can get to the next room, avoid these Lionels, and try to go dig for an item or something.
No, Fred trolled him. It's good to be king.
Okay, I just jinxed these runners. Why did I even bother?
Curse.
So with 6 being key blocked, we're going to be checking more of the world. At this rate, we're going to have a bunch of different blocks. Maybe not in this level 7, but it's 7?
It's going to be a big sacrifice for one of them to get a key. Do you think one of them will, though? I feel like from what little I know about Liquid Husband, I'd say he'd be the more likely of the 2 to go ahead and buy a candle, but they're so expensive in this seed.
The thing is, poor Digshake got bomb blocked out of there. And we found how much our bomb upgrades cost. It's like an expensive 102 rupees. Especially with how
gets the candle, he can't get it, so he's going to have 5 or 6 hearts. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, for Liquid Husband, it's a 50-50.
Yeah. No, he's got a... Well, yeah, it's 50-50 with the information we know. You're correct. Let's see here.
Because Digshake only had a 1 in 3 shot, really, to get it. And there was lower odds. And Digshake is playing with fire and is hopefully not going to get burned by these whiz robes.
Or he burns himself strategically and gets out of the way of the beam, maybe. Oh. And Digshake is out of bombs. Liquid Husband still being pretty savvy and collected with his bomb set. Been holding up at a good number 6 to 8 all the way through. He's making good progress through Death Mountain. Some of the enemy sets here have been very kind, which is nice to see, and he's in 1, so how could life get better? The answer is with a key.
Let's check if there's any bomb holes.
Oh no, he glitched the door out, so he did get that beloved key.
Oh yeah, that's right, you can do that. I forgot.
You got another key in the next room.
It's still 1 key's better than none. And both doors are open. So
the accessible parts of these dungeons so far have been rife with blue Lionels.
So I've seen some Lionels, some Gyptos, some keys. And it's been pretty free so far. And these keys are very squishy, being able to get killed by the wooden boomerang.
Oh, but unfortunately, just get the bow?
I believe so. That was the bow in the stomach of a Gypto.
That's very nice. That's a really good find right now.
The
price of the arrows, I guess.
Okay.
Price of the arrows will be a factor here. The low amount of money you see will be a little bit of a factor as well, because the bow will use up their money.
Okay.
But with the bow, he can make short work of the oh no, why can't
We were wrong. We were wrong. It's a compass.
That was a compass? My gosh, I'm so sorry.
Well, so we can at least see where our Triforce room is.
Thanks, Dark Spalls.
But Liquid Husband does have some keys. Or a key. And is it going to be able to get some exploration done? And looks like these ropes rolled up tonight. They are very not squishy. we have some wall masters just floating around, being a pain in the butt to kill. Nothing new there.
Some good boomerang strats coming out again. He's got 4 of them stacked up. I don't know what he's
Very
doing now.
interesting. So this is so the candle shot can be aimed on all of them, so they all catch fire and die.
I'd almost blow a bomb on him, but there's 4 of them. But I guess he's not too interested. I think that might have been a potential push block room, but I'm not sure.
It could be an item drop room. Where there's wall masters, you always make sure to check.
What I'm not sure about what Liquid Husband's doing is he's hitting them like this. If you knock them against the wall instead, they wouldn't get pushed back. But he's going to use a bomb instead. And I think he could have gotten away with the blue candle there if he just shot from the top.
And we have a floor heart.
He did get a floor heart, so he is a shoo-in for that red candle if he comes across it. That's going to be good news for him if he gets over to it soon. But he's making great use of what he has right now too.
But we still have 2 items in here, unless that heart was one of our items. But on Digshake's side, we have level 5 and Spectacle Rock. And just
not simply walking.
And
Aquamentus. Interesting.
gonna head back into that level 5, dig it, see if they can find any drop 3 bombs on the floor, or maybe a key, and maybe even a weapon. This could be a push block room.
But it wasn't. That would have been a big break for digshake.
That would have been nice, because information, if that could have been the item. And, who knows. But that Triforce is just lying there on the ground, practically just screaming to be picked up. So we have Moldorms in this dungeon. And is Digshake going to manage the block clip? And Digshake does! And just gets rewarded with a transport staircase.
I believe in this randomizer, the boss sets are not randomized. So you'll have patches in them, and you'll have the bosses that fit, and we don't have extra bosses on. So we should know with some certainty which bosses are likely to be in each dungeon if we know the sets that are in there.
But we do have confirmation, and ooh, that room is nasty.
Mm-hmm. There's the Triforce. That's a boon.
Yes, it's
gonna go ahead and pick it up. Probably get the health refill.
And as both runners simultaneously get their first Triforce out of the 3 is automatically given at 22 minutes in practically the same amount of time. Let's gonna see if Liquid Husband's gonna dig back into 1, decides to leave it, and Digshake decides to leave level 5. I know you can get blocked by stuff in level 1, but level 1 is kind of important to dig out with it having 2 items.
Yeah, he's almost certainly going to go back there when he's a little bit better equipped. He doesn't know it necessarily, but I think that the red candle is going to be on his pathway not too long from now, so he'll be getting there. He'll be a little bit better equipped to take that place on. He might be just holding for a slightly better weapon than the blue candle.
But we have found level 8.
A cheap meat shop at 61. Right along the coast on Candle Row.
And we're Goma blocked. Oh good lord, this is the seed of blocks tonight. Ladder block, Goma block. I mean, I did say I wanted some blocks, but I didn't want this many blocks so early on.
There's more blocks here than in a preschool.
I mean, I think I don't remember. Did we found some other level earlier that one of the 2, couldn't get into because they didn't have bombs at the time, and there was a potential bomb wall. So maybe we'll see one of the runners revisit that spot, because with all these blocks, these runners are going to be funneled into the same location eventually.
At their skill set, I wonder if they're reluctant to do that when we still have bombs to use in exploration. They might be feeling that surefire bomb in the overworld and a chance to get the red candle for them is more, or in Digshake's case, he knows what the candle is, but he's looking for hearts, might be more valuable than a chance to bomb through in one of the dungeons, especially if you're in like 5 or 6.
But we also haven't found all of our dungeons yet, so they kind of, so maybe the runners could be hoping for finding a dungeon where there's some free bombs or a nice weapon or useful tools waiting for them.
Or in Digshake's case, a heart container. Alright, so we're back on the start for Digshake. Liquid Husband, really good resource management. He's been able to buy more bombs. Liquid Husband has been finding a way to not need to go without bombs the whole seed since he got his first pack, and he's been working his way through Death Mountain, so he may be able to clear out most of the bomb spots before he has any kind of drought on them, which is very handy for him. He could even buy another pack if he wanted.
Well, also, 1, we have level 4. Nice. And 2, Liquid Husband is spending that money and would rather spend it on bombs and make sure their bomb count is decently full or high up, rather than letting it sit and then be just wasted via door repairs.
He's certainly good enough to do that.
As someone who has trouble spending money, being able to do that is great.
He's good enough to do it, but have we seen him force any bombs yet?
I have not seen a bomb forced yet, but we have some danger noodles. No one likes danger noodles.
I don't mind these danger noodles if I have something to fill them. They're kind of fun.
Well, these are Moldorm, typically known as Trolldorm. It is the Moldorm Trolldormitus. Yay, I made a name that sounds official. But we found a magical boomerang. Yay. And they are typically found within Hyrule and also within the Tower of Hera. They typically tend to knock you off or take your health or just generally a pain in the butt.
Liquid Husband opting for the blue boomerang. I learned recently, and I hadn't known this, maybe it was an old wives' tale or something, but I knew that at one point early in Zelda speedrunning, there was thought that getting the blue boomerang would upgrade Gurias to using the blue boomerang too, but it turns out the range of the boomerang doesn't change, and it's just a palette swap on the boomerang itself. So that was news to me.
So the damage output doesn't change?
Well, the blue boomerang's difference between the blue and the wooden one is the range, but
of course,
when you pick up the blue boomerang, the wooden boomerang that the Gurias are using switches to blue, and for a while in the community, and I never got the memo, it was corrected, but for a while in the community, people said that meant that the blue boomerang was not worth it because it upgraded the Gurias boomerang to the magic boomerang. But what I was informed about by Homer J Smash last time is that it actually just changes the color. So it's still the same range, still the same use and everything else. It's just blue now.
So if you were watching Digshake's screen, we have some information. Breaking news. The red candle requires 6 hearts. More news at 11.
Poor Digshake.
I mean,
I hope it's not more news at 11, because that means there's 23 minutes before Digshake gets that red candle. At least by my clock.
More news at 11 could mean we find a raft or a ladder or there's a meat block. It's news. It can be anything we want it to be, as long as it's sensational, because sensationalism sells.
I'm going on Twitter. I'm getting my news now.
Yeah, I'm just staying away from Twitter. Twitter is a toxic place. I'd rather be in a Hyrule where everything's all nice. I just know who is exactly trying to kill me instead of just being petty.
So if I was Digshake finding this 6th heart, I would be beelining right to the red candle right now. That's going to be how Digshake has a chance to gain a little headway back on Liquid Husband. Although I will say at this point, they're much closer than they were at the beginning.
Yes, but that red candle also gives digshake a way to damage enemies and eventually be able to force that bomb count when needed.
Mm-hmm. And that'll also, I think, empower him to make his way a little bit farther through some of these tough dungeons that he's been fighting where one blue candle shot and the boomerang just won't cut it. So it's going to open up some doors for him, no pun intended.
Yes, but some doors are shuttered closed until you get some certain items. Like, you're not going to be able to get across a moat room without a ladder. Liquid Husband is back at level 5. Take 2. And Liquid Husband is soon gonna get the news that no, this room's not a push block room, it's just a room of keys. Nothing can be easy tonight. This game just doesn't want to be friendly.
I've always been a fan of Liquid Husband's Bo Jackson. Or is that Bo Jackson? Who is that? That is the little football guy that takes his Sprite.
Thank you. I forgot it was digshake that was in level 5 first. Everything starts to look the same eventually. But with that, let's see if Liquid Husband is gonna get any further, especially with that key. And ew, this block clip is gonna suck. And Liquid Husband gets the block clip and is gonna get the unfortunate news once they exit the transport. Let's dodge through those like legs and brute force our way through that Gleeok.
Let's just hope that Gleeok is not a Triforce ring, because that would be a rough one. NSU with a Gleeok is rough.
Well, also
Pancake. When you get eaten with a pancake and swordless, pretty much the only way you can get out of it is to bomb your way out. So Liquid Husband has done an up and A, gone back to the beginning rather than waste bombs. And we know that he's not going to need Triforce in that room, because here it is here. Will he get it for the health refill, or will he not back? Looks like he's.
Well, there was another room past that transport staircase that that digshake did not explore when they were in 5 for the first time. So let's see if Liquid Husband is going to go explore that, or just go for the Triforce and run. Oh, I see what Liquid Husband's trying to do. They're trying to kill all these Moldorms in order to open that shutter door. And with that, 6 hearts, digshake finally gets their red candle and now is off to the races.
Digshake's going to the moon.
I mean, you can see the time difference that the red candle will make.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Especially, this room would only be 1 entry and just a couple swipes of the red candle, whereas Liquid Husband has to keep entering and exiting, trying to retry. Not only that, but get these moldworms who love to move around all over the place in that fire in 1 hit, which is
he only needs to kill 1 though. If he kills 1 and comes back in, the other will be despawned and the door will open.
Yeah, but it is a timely investment. Thank you, Dark Falls. Because I apparently cannot remember enemy colors when I'm tired. But
I thought it wasn't a Moldorm, but I didn't want to. I wasn't so sure that I wanted to correct you.
I do not remember everything, so if you know something that I am wrong, please feel free to correct me. And digshake is
I'm wrong too.
Where we saw this 102 bomb upgrade earlier, and digshake has the money for it, and is looking for bomb ways to exit. Buys the bomb upgrade, and we find it is 5 bombs, which is quite a nice upgrade. Especially
for
102 rupees. And
tonight I dine on Octorok soup.
Jeez, what did I curse the runners with tonight with all these blocks?
It's all your fault.
I didn't roll the seed, so it's technically not my fault. If I didn't roll it, it's not my problem. It's Sahabot's problem, because Sahabot probably rolls this stuff.
Liquid Husband having a rough time with these land molas.
But we are getting to see some further... Well, I take back that statement. We're going to see if Liquid Husband can bomb out of here. If not, 7 is ladder blocked.
I'll be honest with you, I don't mind resource. I don't mind resource holding here for 5 with Liquid Husband. But I think at some point here, when you have 2 segments left and you've been coming in and out for 2 minutes, that you invest in a bomb drop. And it looks like that might be what he's doing, except he got hit by a really unfortunate fireball.
Yeah, but the ladder must be wherever the ladder is in whatever dungeon it's in. Once runners have access to it, it has to be somewhat accessible due to all these ladder blocks. So from what I can determine, the seed is trying to funnel them to find the ladder in order to make progress in some of these other dungeons. Because while they can get the Triforces out of them, it's just not easy to... I can't English. Sorry. You kind of needed to get that thing on the dock, a wand.
Are you talking about the ladder?
Yeah, we need the seed's kind of funneling the runners towards the ladder with the amount of ladder blocks in various dungeons that are preventing them from either digging out items or preventing them from getting the wand or traversing. So, the ladder...
Digshake feels he has another shot in here. I kind of agree with him. He just picked up a free key off the floor, which he must be happy about. We're gonna burn some mummies.
But also, come on, Liquid Husband, force that. One's dead. And to that shutter door we go. I hope it is something good for Liquid Husband's sake, or that time is just going to be time lost.
Gibdo's regarding the Triforce. It looks like he could be thinking. I wouldn't be bothering too much, but he might be thinking about clearing this room out for a heart drop or something like that, but I'm not sure what he's looking for. Maybe a key? That's gonna help.
Well, Liquid Husband has a key to get through this realm.
Gibdos are so tanky, but at least you can go with the red candle.
Well, let's pray that Liquid Husband gets a key drop, or are we gonna have a Kanana key?
The wand, I'm such a fool. Level 1 has a floor drop, that's what he was looking for. So we have the wand in level 1, that's going to open up.
Not the wand, that is the recorder.
The recorder.
And that's kind of fun because it plays a special tune when it gets played, so guessing that tune is kind of a pastime. But also it takes us to dungeons that have the Triforces cleared, so that is easy transportation, so if you need to dig an item, you just grab that Triforce 4 to get an item. It is a very useful.
Beautiful. Some hearts that definitely Digshake is not balking at getting a few extra hearts right with how heavy the Gibdo's head.
Liquid Husband on the other
hand, yeah,
is stunning
his best there
and is bombing them, eventually hoping to kill them.
Only rewarded with 1 rupee for his efforts though. And now he's out of bombs. That's a bummer.
And no push block. So we are key blocked right now in level 7. But Liquid Husband did not dig any of the items out of 1 except the 4 heart. So if that recorder is required, if a dungeon is somewhere like Recorder Lake, or there's a dig dogger block, oh no, I just jinxed them, then that's going to be detrimental. Because with the Triforce gotten, it's going to be less incentivized to head towards level 1.
The board shows Liquid Husband as a Triforce ahead, but we know that Digshake can pick it up anytime he wants, so this is a pretty tight race. He's got the recorder now, so he'll be able to take on some dig doggers with that, and he'll be able to, or at least split them up. They won't be as easy to fight, but actually they'll be just as easy if you use bombs. He'll be able to open up Recorder Lake. He'll be able to, what else can we do with Quest 1 with the Recorder? Why can't I think?
I do not remember, but we have a level 1 ink blot. Any ideas of what the shape is?
Level 1 ink blot. I'm gonna say the Djinn in the graveyard flying to the left.
It looks like a backwards $sign to me.
It does. So my scattered brain, the way the recorder works in this version of the randomizer is it goes to dungeons you've already been to. I think they know where 7 and 8 is, so they can't really use it to discover where those locations are. But it'll become increasingly useful as they defeat more dungeons because they'll be able to have up to 8 different locations that they can fast travel to with the whistle, with the recorder.
Our runners did find 7 and 8 before getting that recorder, but we found that second item out of level 1, and that is the white sword bomb upgrade, since we have no swords tonight. But Liquid Husband's not gonna get burned if he decides to skip level 1. And more overworld exploration and probably a bomb shop location, but oh, Liquid Husband has got the doctor's note. So this means we can buy potions. So Coke or Pepsi is the question I usually ask. So what are you?
I think I'm a Coke guy, although they both taste like malted battery acid to me.
Coke is my personal preference, but
Well,
let's see which is cheaper tonight. But we have level 8 on Digshake side, and seeing that Goma block, we're going to need to find that bow. At least with the Goma block, we have the information that the bow is not in level 9. But those arrow purchase, well, it could be guarding an item. It's just more of, those arrows are expensive and we do not have a lot of money.
Digi finds a push block in 8, just in the corridor. Liquid Husband is going to look morosely at the wand.
Well, we may have found one of our items. Nope, just another transport staircase. But at least we have these very squishy keys. And with that, we get a map. So name this ink blot.
Oh man, something I found in my fridge. Actually, it looks like someone was cooking breakfast on an iron skillet, and it caught fire, and now they're burning breakfast.
I can see that. It looks like a dinosaur plush. And Liquid Husband, 42 minutes in, finally gets that red candle, 8 minutes before news at 11.
Just sitting there for a minute having a temper tantrum.
Breaking news, we have not found the ladder or the bow or the silvers. More news at 11.
8 more minutes.
So that means we might find something in 8 minutes.
Yeah, if we don't find something at 11, after all this advertising that you're doing for it, I'm going to be pretty upset.
Yeah, but this seed is funneling them to find that ladder. Have we seen, is there any levels we have not seen yet? I don't think I'm crazy, am I?
Have we seen 3?
I don't think we have. I think that's the only level we haven't found.
I don't remember 3. I don't know if I remember 4. Digshake stuck. Is he going to bomb his way out?
In 4.
Yeah, that was silly. So we have, it's just 3, I believe, that we haven't found.
So...
Yeah, Dark Falls confirms in the chat.
With the amount of ladder blocks we have seen, I think the ladder might be in 3. Because the ladder's going to have to be somewhere that's accessible, and with these ladder blocks and the occasional bomb or key block, well, those can be resolved. It's a lot of backtracking. but with ladder blocks, it puts a finite location.
Digshake wants that key in the Goma. I'm sorry, in the Gibdo.
It's always nice to see a Gibdo carrying a key, because that means you have a key for free. And Liquid Husband is back to level 1 and is going to dig this level 1 out, but is unfortunately only going to be finding the bomb upgrade for the White Sword, which, while not totally unfortunate because it will bring Liquid Husband 210 bombs, and the Recorder, which is good for fast transport around the world, it is still not the items we're looking for. Our silver arrows are in another dungeon. Or 9.
Liquid Husband doing some work on the Gibdos over here. I think, if I remember correctly, he's going to be rewarded for this with a drop. This is where we found the Recorder, I believe.
But we did see these baby gels go down real fast with that boomerang. But we have this room of Dark Nuts here. And Dark Nuts can, like, body you really hard, especially in a confined space like this.
He's doing a good job. Sometimes if you're really experienced, you can clip around Dark Nuts in situations like that and hide on the block. Or burn yourself to clip through them.
Yes, but
Yeah,
you have
I hope he's not. I hope Digshake's not thinking about fighting that Landmilla, but I think he is. I would be so stressed trying to fight that thing, but he's making good work of it, jumping in and out with really good timing.
Yeah, because coming
The
to the...
Landmilla's being pretty cooperative too. It's hanging out really close to him. I'm not sure how their RNG works in a situation like this, but it looks like it's being fairly predictable.
In such a small, confined room like this, one wrong hit can lead to death. Luckily, Digshake kills the Landmillas, pushes the push block, and is going to do some more exploration in this level 4. Maybe we'll find out what item is in store. What is with me?
Did you rhyme that on purpose?
No, I'm unintentionally rhyming. This is what happens when I get tired.
You're a poet, you didn't know.
I am an idiot and cannot read the tracker. We did find the magical boomerang here. Thank you, Dark Falls, for reminding me. Carry on!
Digshake doing some fairly good resource management given the situation. Got one orange Dark Nut left. He's hoping for a push block in this room. The only thing I would have done differently is maybe seeing if I could work a bomb on the right wall to see if it opened up, but he might know something about the layout that I don't. He does not get the push block. I don't think we can you bomb left here? Yeah, I guess you're not all the way to the left there. It's one more space.
But
Liquid Husband just body mauling out a room full of hands.
And avoiding that
stopwatch. He's not rewarded with a push block either. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Liquid Husband was avoiding that stopwatch in the room with Wall Masters because that can soft lock your game.
Yeah, or at the very least make you come in and out of the room, force you to walk in and out of the room, waste a good amount of time.
Yeah.
If it's an unlucky shutter door, it would definitely do that.
And Digshake is going to find their magical boomerang.
Is he a scrap from the town?
But still, a lot of this seed is kind of blocked behind that ladder, and we haven't seen a hide nor hair of it.
Speaking of blocked, Liquid Husband has quite a bit to overcome here with his sword-throwing horseman.
You just gotta go fast and go for it.
No, I think he did a pretty good job. He did better than I would have done. He was taking advantage of the half-tile tricks that makes it impossible for them to hit him dead on. They would have had to body into him, but the swords flew right by him. And he tries to burn an Aquamentus. I don't know if that was like a statement or if he just didn't realize he didn't have his bombs out. He's rewarded with the map.
But on the other hand, we saw the map for level 4, and Digshake found that Triforce at a level 4.
Excellent.
So another
Digshake is
Triforce.
making good use of his whistle. The overworld. Digshake's in 6. So I haven't kept track of every single spot on the overworld, but you have to think that 3 might be under a block at this point. If it's under Recorder Lake, Digshake is going to they're both going to be pretty happy. Otherwise, we're going to need either the power bracelet or the raft. The power bracelet, I believe, will open up 3 spots because we saw that 1 was a take any. And then the raft will open up 2. I don't believe any take any's went to any of those, so they would have to find either of those. It's 1 and 6 that the recorder is all they need, and that the other ones aren't necessarily required for that. Otherwise, we could have them digging in 7 and 8.
That is a triple segmented level 6, which I can't describe the shape.
It's a fever game, fever dream Tetris game.
Or you could just say a Tetris game that's upside down.
Could be that.
Let's see where these staircases go. If it's a transport or an item, and just a transport. And Liquid Husband is making their way back to level 4. Hopefully to get this Triforce this time around and get out. Ah, right, where was I in thought? We gotta find our way to some of these other segments just to check them out.
Well, we're in one of them right now. And Dig has a lot of stuff in his way to get to that door, but he did get a clock. And some fortunate bombs. Oh. He's clearing out the room. Is he doing that for potential drop? I'm not sure why he cleared it out.
Well, Digshake is only on 2.5 hearts, and is gonna have to go through there again to access that transport. So probably just for safety. But those ropes are very bulky tonight. He gets rewarded by clearing the room with a key, and let's see what's at the end of this hall. A Patra. All that hard work just to be rewarded with a Patra. That sucks.
Lionels are not friendly in there.
But we're gonna have to find the other staircase that transports to that other segment, so we can get the chunk of the meat of 6.
Digshake with a cheeky boomerang stun to make it down that hallway.
And Liquid Husband moves so fast in that level 4, I blinked and I missed it, and has that Triforce.
What is he? Was that a glitch? He can't touch the Armos statues? What is that? He was walking right into those Armos statues and he hit them with his torch and they weren't moving.
I don't know. I'm just not gonna question it. Too much thinking.
Interesting. According to Darkfalls, he hit it when there were too many boomerangs on the screen, so I'm guessing it exceeded the sprite rate. Is that what happened, Darkfalls? Or it glitched out the sprite rate?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess it just made the game stutter. And
That's a new, that's one I haven't come across before. Alright, we have red Lionels. Assuming the Digshake is trying to circumvent. Yep. Another corridor. He probably hates to see that. Probably may need to explore those later to get to that missing segment.
No, Digshake did do that missing segment of 3. It was the one that ended with the Patra.
Do you mean 6?
And 6.
Okay.
So, let's see. And there's no bomb way down there. Interesting.
Board 2 is the duckling with the eye.
I could see it look
Duckling
for
is
the
looking
baby.
downwards. It's absolutely a baby duckling. It couldn't possibly be anything else.
But we're ladder. We have a. Well, unless. Ew! Well, unless Digshake manages to figure out how to take out that Patra or finds a bomb hole in the wall, we're ladder blocked in level 6.
We're ladder blocked in general.
I saw Liquid Husband pick something up in 2. Was that the ladder? Or am I just blind?
Thank you, Dark Falls. I'm thinking and talking at the same time. Dark Falls points out that it's the wand that we built after.
But Liquid Husband picked something up, and that was the ladder. So, level 2 has our ladder, and we have found the breakthrough item of this seed. So, at least Liquid Husband, once he clears level 2, knows where that wand is. Or is done, right? They have the Triforce. So they're probably going to make a beeline for that wand. But unfortunately for Digshake is probably not going to go back to 2 for a good while. And we see Liquid Husband stocking up on more bombs and being responsible with managing that bomb count. Remember, kids, always manage how many bombs you have, because you never want to have none.
Just want to point out that we didn't announce anything at 11. Alright. Digshake with a bomb drop and a heart get. It's going up. This room could be a push block. I guess it's not because he ran right out and hopped over and be blocked by a Chevy room. Or maybe he was just checking that before he started fighting these. I thought that shutter rooms could not be push block rooms, but I was corrected the last time I was doing commentary and said that a shutter door room could be a push block room.
It can, but we also see the ladder block striking again.
Or is it a drop room that it can't be?
Thank you for explaining, Dark Falls. The push block can only open the shutter door, just not a staircase.
Okay.
But do we have an item? We have the any key. That is quite useful and will allow for the key blocks to be vanished, gone, poof. And more news at 11:30, since Digshake just found that any key.
Troll claw coming down. He doesn't take the bait. Money in the seat is basically bomb funds.
Yeah, I mean, it's our war funds for our war against Ganon. But okay.
They just keep crawling into caves and there's dudes there selling them bombs. And he'll only take straight up gemstones as currency.
That's just Hyrule. I mean, it's the way of life there. You go into a cave and you can buy potions, bombs, keys, shields. But Liquid Husband is going to probably grab this heart container that's in here. Wait, I think they did already. But Liquid Husband has
the wand. Yeah.
More news at 11:30. Maybe the silvers will show up.
So it was great for Digshake to get the magic key, but I'm putting Liquid Husband in right now. That wand is going to make him super powered speed. The ladder is going to prevent a lot of possible blocks. I think we're going to see Liquid Husband taking a fairly authoritative head start here. He's going to find out about the bomb drop or the bomb upgrade in 1. He's not going to be thrilled to see it, but he'll take it, and it won't take him very long to get to it.
I mean, Liquid Husband may not be thrilled, but on the other hand, it's a free bomb refill.
It is, and he got a key, and he might be almost as happy about getting that key because he didn't have any. Keys are going to be a big weakness for him as he's going forward here, unless he pops right in 6. But 6 is pretty big, and I think he's going to hope for something else before he takes that route. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to correct myself. They still don't know where 3 is, correct?
3 is a mystery. For all we know, it could be at this rate, it could be raft blocked.
He almost certainly, Liquid Husband's going to 5, but I would think that he's not far away from 6 because unless there's a block there that I'm not remembering, because that's the only place that he knows of a dungeon where he has not gotten the item or the Triforce. So he might be stopping in 5 because it's mostly done and he can think of something specific he can do there. But I imagine that he's not far from going to 6 and finding that key too.
I mean, I would rather go and dig 3 over level 7.
But you don't know where 3 is yet, and it's probably item blocked at this point.
Yeah, that is a bummer. So, but 7 and 8. 8 would be a nice place to dig once Digshake gets that ladder and Liquid Husband makes his way over to level 8, because I have a feel, because there's 2 items in there and we haven't seen any of them, and with so few locations, with only so many locations being left to being known, it has a higher item density and therefore a higher probability of having something we need.
Liquid Husband having a good amount of exploration here is not long from telling us what the item is in 5. It could be something not great, but I think no matter what he finds here, he's going to be somewhat happy as long as it's not the Coast Heart.
It could be worse. It could just be the power bracelet, and that's not very useful.
It's useful until they find the 3.
Or they could just find the raft, and lo and behold, the raft checks do not pay off.
Certainly could.
And Digshake, after performing a world wrap, manages to ladder clip to that wand, and now Digshake is ready to go, locked and loaded, and to be able to bust this seed open eventually.
Excellent.
And Liquid Husband just went out of level 5.
Without fighting the item. So I would imagine he's going to 6 next.
Let's see if Digshake is going to give this level 5 a try.
Liquid Husband thinking about the meat, but he steps away from it.
But those enemies are quick work to the wand. But Liquid Husband, despite having a lot of health, takes a death on the overworld, and back to start he goes. Thank you, Siege Improv, for reminding me that Liquid Husband was out of keys. I forgot that Liquid Husband didn't have the any key for a minute.
If I was Liquid Husband, I might buy a key right now.
Well, Liquid Husband might dig 6 first because it is a dungeon of a similar size.
But he has 200. The only thing that he might need to buy, meat's becoming increasingly less likely at this point. The only thing that I feel like he might really need to buy at some point would be the regular arrows just for a Goma block.
I would rather have more money than less money, so I don't have to worry about rupee management as much once I get my silver arrows.
He bought a key. Told ya. Sorry, I'm being a jerk. He might even buy 2. 23 rupee heart, by the way. 1 heart for 23 rupees.
Yeah, but I mean, Liquid Husband at least is spending his money and at least has keys. Keys are good. Not keys, but this Wisdom stream, not good.
Next TikToker about his record collection. I hadn't seen one. That's my new favorite community comment.
Well, digdogger does like to collect records, but hates listening to music, which kind of sucks. So basically, digdogger is just hoarding all these records instead of letting the music be free to the denizens of Hyrule. And we're seeing more of this level 5 being explored. Eventually we'll come across our item in here real soon.
What type of music do you think digdogger likes?
Classic rock and roll, because digdogger can really roll around to that. But we find the bow in level 5.
Fantastic. Liquid Husband was most likely key blocked from that earlier, so that's another little swing back and forth in this race. This race has had some really interesting back and forth movement. I would imagine that digshake is thinking about buying an arrow.
But with the
digdogger is a mega hipster. He likes to want stuff no one has heard of. That's from My Infinite Zero in the chat.
So, once Liquid Husband gets his any key, he's gonna have to make a decision. Am I going to go back to level 5 and hedge my bet on one item being there, which we know is required because it's the bow, or is Liquid Husband gonna go prioritize level 7 or level 8 over with the more items and stuff? I can't English. Carry on, life. And we're in level 7. And sadly, due to spending all that money on keys, Liquid Husband does not have the money for that bomb upgrade. And yeah, and Liquid Husband's gonna have to bomb out of here.
He cannot afford the bombs, but doesn't especially need that right now. It's unfortunate that he's digging 7 right now. I don't know if that's the play that I would be doing.
Neither would I, because 7 is bigger and only has 1 item.
I think that would be my last choice, to be honest with you.
I know a particular runner that likes level 7.
Who's that? I'll take the bait.
A certain red bird likes to make a nest in level 7.
Redbird grad?
But we're seeing these Stalfos in level 8, so we know they are in the other enemy set. I believe those are buyers. I do not remember the names right now.
They're
Push is hard. And with that, a shutter door opens, and let's see on the other side of here. Just gets rewarded with a useless key right now. But on the other hand, I feel like we went in a circle. Is it just me?
Could be intentional. You could be heading for the panhandle.
And Liquid Husband is back on the overworld. And let's see where he is gonna go. Maybe to level 5. Maybe to level 6.
I really hope he's on his way, though, to finish up 6. Oh no, he did finish up 6. He finished 6 and he left without the item, so that's going to slow him down quite a bit. He's key choked. He doesn't have enough to buy them there.
It's just Well, the bow is required, so that missing that item, getting key blocks in level 5 is okay. We have one of our items in 8.
Yeah. Digshake is going to begrudgingly take the Coast Heart.
Hey,
that means there's a lot of work here to get the other item. Do you think he's going to stay here, or do you think he's going to try to pull it out of somewhere else?
Well, I wouldn't mind taking a heart with being on low health, green mail, and having to fight Ganon.
4, 5. Yeah. 6. He's going to stay here because the only other place that I think he doesn't really know about the items is 7. And it's still probably more productive to finish up with partially explored 8 than to leave, find 7, and begin to dig there.
But we see both of our runners in level 8 right now. And let's see what the heck where that second item might be and what the heck it's gonna be. And the wand is making quick work out of these buyers. So let's see, are we gonna find our item soon? Not in this room, because it's not showing up with the Stalthos.
It's the map, though. That's going to be something he's glad to have. There's a Goma there. Digshake cannot defeat the Goma, but it doesn't look too important to do so.
Yeah, though I'm wondering, is Digshake going to go and buy arrows from a shop, or is Digshake going to save that money and wait until the silvers are found? I mean, I guess it depends on if the silvers are a 9 or not.
That's the Chevy room he just walked through. It was the first time he's been blocked, per se, by a Goma. It would get him over there. It looks like being right in the middle right there, there's 3 other possible ways you can get into that room, so I'm not sure if he's very worried about that. I think what he is worried about right now is getting past this dance of death with the Goma so that he can get out of this room without having to up A.
Yeah, and that was
very amusing.
Fortunate shoot. As both runners head into the same room simultaneously, having high fives with each other. One goes up, one goes down.
Digshake's pretty invested in this. I think he was thinking about the potion for a second, so that he wouldn't have to go all the way back to start. I don't think that's the greatest idea in the world right now, but...
And we have our second item on Liquid Husband screen. It
nice.
is.
That's the power bracelet, so we're going to learn about that. Digshake only like a rabbit's whisker behind there with the power bracelet too. So they're going to be out of here.
With that, Digshake is going to get that heart refill and get out and try to find level 3 and maybe make their way to level 6.
I think he's going to start off in the Woods power bracelet spot. Oh no, he's going to, yeah. He's going to beeline to Tectite Alley, I would say, first. And then probably go up into the woods and check the one by the fairy pond. But I imagine he's going to be doing all the power bracelet spots. It's not the power bracelet, it's the Super Bowl ring.
And we continue to see Liquid Husband doing some more exploration of that 8. Luckily finds the coast art here and is going to know to get out of this level 8.
Bogey Smalls and Trails, and calling it the Super Bowl ring, I call it the croissant.
Remember this. I would spell that for you right now, but I'm too tired to think and sound this out. So I'll just leave this to Google.
3 is not croissant. 3 is not by the fairy pond, so Digshake is now going to this one. I believe this is the last power bracelet spot because the Any Roads covered one of these. So if it's not this, then 3 will have to be either blocked. It is 3. So power bracelets both entered practically in the same pixel.
And One goes right, one goes left. Let's see how the path diverges.
Maybe the left path is right.
Or maybe the right path is left.
Maybe the left path is wrong and the right path is all that's left.
Or the right path could just be right. I am... Oh shoot, but not oh shoot. That worked out fine.
Or like, oh, a shoot.
Well, that even gave us a map. That looks like a turtle swimming to me.
A matching map. Yeah, I can definitely see. I'm going with turtle. That's the only correct answer.
Was that a Triforce in the floor in that previous room?
Might have missed that. I was watching Liquid.
But we have a raft, which is utterly useless!
Yeah, I'm not sure why Liquid Husband picked it up. He knows where everything is now. Maybe the completionist in him.
Well...
They started out with 7, 8, and 2, I believe, bogey, for the triangles that they had, the tringles. Or as they say in France, le tringlet.
And with that, Liquid Husband has the 8 Triforces required to open up the front door of level 9, but is going to have to make a decision. Since level 9 has 2 item spots, or are we going to check level 7? And as I say it, Liquid Husband might be doing that, but decides to nope out of here. But little does Liquid Husband know that level 5 is where the right play is at. Still close enough, 6 is close to 5. As chat has mentioned, it is a reasonable play to just put your hopes and faiths and pray that level 9 has your bow and your silvers.
In my opinion, you have nothing to lose by jumping straight into 9. In my opinion, you have nothing to lose by jumping straight into 9 because you get information the whole time you're there. You have that much time to figure out where Ganon and the princess are. You have 2 items. There's no reason, in my opinion. I think that some runners would disagree with me, and they've done other things, but I've never quite understood the compelling argument of the opposite.
I mean, I understand why doing these other dungeons, because 9 is relatively huge, sucks up a lot of keys, a lot of bombs, and also... Where was it? Oh. Sucks up keys, bombs, and is also a pain in the butt to navigate with all those transport staircases, and just as in general, a very large dungeon compared to level 5 or level 6 or what dungeons haven't been checked yet.
But it's double duty. You have to do it anyway. I would say certainly digshake with plenty of bombs and infinite keys is a good candidate for it. Liquid Husband's sitting fairly pretty with 6 keys, but it makes more sense to not dig 9 for him than it does for digshake. Digshake now has all the Triforces, so he's caught up with Triforces in Liquid. We'll see what he does.
As my brain temporarily forgot for a second and then remembered digshake needed that Triforce after wondering why he was in level 6, we're going to see what digshake does. Because they have had more items found. So is digshake going to take the safer bet in this case, go to level 9? Or is digshake going to go look for the silvers in an overworld dungeon?
I'm also curious if digshake just buys arrows, if nothing else, just for the convenience of having them.
But I don't think arrows would be that convenient, because we know Poe's voices are in the overworld, and there's not many enemies that die to those arrows. And on top of that, those arrows, you have to pay for them a front out flat fee of like 80 or 90 something rupees. And on top of that, you add up, you lose a rupee every time you shoot an arrow. So that'd be more rupee management. While on the other hand, with the silvers, you may only lose a rupee a shot, but you have more rupees if you didn't have to pay that flat-out price for the arrows, since they are free.
On the other hand, he has a potion. He has all the buns he's going to need for a little while and seems to be on top of that. He has 143 rupees, eating a hole in his pocket with nothing especially big to do with it. 80 rupees is still going to bring him down to plenty of rupees to use on arrows, and that's really the only thing he's going to be likely to spend a ton of money on. Arrows are convenient because they do they do silver sword damage. So I think you're right. I think he's a 9 now. He's bought them, but I would say that there's a little bit of an argument for getting them a bit. Plus, they do boomerang power to pick something up. I have been curious in meta if the arrows move faster than the boomerang too. Like if you pick up something with the arrows, if it goes a few pixels faster, but I've never really been able to test that.
Who knows?
If anyone in the chat,
it takes another
if anyone in the chat knows if the boomerang goes slower than arrows, I'd be very curious about that.
This level 9 is rough, especially without any blue or red ring and so few hearts. So digshake is gonna have to play very safely or play very, very good and not get hit. And we are seeing more of this level 9, and we've not seen a map of it yet. So the most likely is that it's going to look like a slice of deformed Swiss cheese.
All right. Digshake takes a bop in 9. He's going to be going back to start. Liquid Husband's got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch up with Dig. He's hoping that Liquid Husband's going to be disappointed probably to find the magic key in 6. He has enough keys where it would be far from his first choice. I imagine he does pick it up when he finds it. But this is not the place he needs to be. Digshake is gaining every minute that he's in there.
But level 9 does have a nickname in our Zelda 1 randomizer community. It is also known as the Great Equalizer because with the navigation, routing, key blocks, which is not going to be a problem with digshake, and low health in this case, deaths will take up a lot of time. So this is giving Liquid Husband some time to catch up.
Yeah, the deaths are definitely good. We have a 2 out of 6 chance of it being the silvers being in 9. And actually, I wish I understood the flags a little better. Maybe somebody in chat will be able to take care of that. But I don't think this is one of the randomizers where there's a 50-50 shot of silvers and the red ring being in 9. I don't think this is one of those, the randomizers working that way for this one. I don't think the flags are on for that. Yeah, Dark Falls is confirmed. The silvers are either in 7 or 9, so 66% chance. So it's not one of the randomizer seeds where there's a 50-50 chance of silvers and arrows being in them.
And
Thank you, Dark Falls.
Making the decision to go back and dig this item out of level 5, and will be rewarded with this. Though what's really going to change the course of this game is where the silvers are. If they're in level 7, Liquid Husband won't have to leave level 9 in order to find them. If they're in level 9, Digshake won't have to leave at all to find them. It just depends on where the silvers are.
Digshake has found the princess.
Hi, Zelda.
So
bye, Zelda.
Princess is right under the G. That's good to know.
And as we find, Digshake is going to explore more of this level 9. Let's see what's behind that key door.
And Digshake has found Ganon.
But Digshake doesn't have the right equipment to slay the beast.
He doesn't. So Ganon is all the way down at the bottom of A.
At least you didn't have to bomb through Ganon to get an important required item.
Gee, the princess is at the top.
Okay, even in Hyrule, these phone calls. Jeez, these scammers like that are ruthless.
Digshake pressing in on 9 still.
I'm just wondering why Liquid Husband is still in this level 5 despite getting the item out of here. Not level 5. Level 6. Level 5 doesn't have the bow. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Liquid Husband is doing the right thing right now.
5 and 6. Yeah, Liquid Husband is the right play. But 5 and 6 tend to look very similar if I squint my eyes too much.
Yeah, they especially look similar if you don't have the map.
But this level 9 is a pain in the butt to go around because there's not a lot of bombable wall holes, force blocks. You have to go kill some enemies. Yuck. The Liquid Husband does have his bow. And are we gonna see? And is going to head to level. See if. Okay, English, please. Is going to head to level 9 or level 7.
Digshake's in a precarious position, but he worked it out. Reverse C room. It's got a bomb hole. Liquid Husband making the move. I like that glitch of starting off the fairy fountain and then upping at the middle so that your health begins to fill up when you start up again. Really handy thing to be able to do. He will be running to, I assume, not to look for items. We don't know if that's going to be the right play or not because we've not found any items in 7 or 9 yet.
But Liquid Husband with that nice chunk of health is going to have a bit of an easier time in this level 9.
By the commentator's curse, he's also greatly increased his chances of finding the red ring as the first item now that he's full on health.
Yeah, because that always tends to happen. You find the red ring when you're full of health and you don't need it until you need it.
And plus, he's just a good enough player where he really doesn't need the red ring at all. It's a nice to have, and he'll probably pick it up when he doesn't need it.
And we have just another transport staircase.
Fairly trolly 9 so far.
Oh, am I finally gonna get my wish tonight with Goma Block Silvers? Please don't ruin this for me. I've been wanting this for a lot of previous tournaments, but it has never happened. So maybe it will happen.
It's like Christmas in heaven.
Breaking news. Silver's either in 7 or 9. We have no idea. More news at midnight.
Breaking news at 11:37. Yeah. K-Tap Radio. Liquid Husband finding the princess as well, so he's making some progress.
Well, both runners also know where the princess is, but it is information that is useful to have, so once they are done feeding Ganon, they are able to just make their way to the princess.
But I think that was the moment where he found the princess right there.
But we have a book. The odds are now in 7's favor.
It's also a 2-week-old jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, just like the last one.
No. This is just a melted piece of Swiss cheese. It's melted! Melted, I tell you!
It's a Pokemon that was evolving as it got hit by the snap of radiation.
That's kind of dark. But the odds, 6% of the silvers being in 7. So, is Digshake going to go leave and go dig level 7, or is Digshake going to stick to this level 9 play? Because like when you make a gingerbread house, you gotta commit.
You've got to admit there's a little bit of Pikachu that level 9 ink block.
As this level 9 is slowly driving not only these runners, but me insane. Maybe we'll find an item staircase somewhere soon.
Doesn't help that you're putting on the figure so extra.
And statistically, the silver should be in 7, but statistics isn't always accurate. And now we just have another transport staircase popping up. How many do we have left? Because I have not been counting.
Digshake has the book now, and one of the side effects of the book is that he will now have fire at the end of his wand. It's normally not that big of a deal for an experienced runner like Digshake, but if he does fight Patras, he's going to need the wand to fight them. He doesn't have anything but the regular tunic, even though it looks like he has the red here. It's just a regular green tunic. And when he's stabbing at the Patra with his wand, it is going to create fire that will increase his chances of taking body damage, and it will make the Patra that much more difficult to take on. So he did get the map, which saved some time, but it became a loss if he ever is forced to fight a Patra.
But I think with Digshake noping out on this level 9, and he's decided to head to this level. Okay, back to level 9 we go. Okay.
I was hoping you'd fully finish that sentence and not realize what you were saying. As he does,
thank you for clarifying that. This was a bomb count preservation.
Right. So we up an 8 and went back to the safe spot. We're just watching it being bravo, bro.
As Hyrule begins to lean towards a chaotic, evil deposition, we still have not found those silvers. It is 11:40 p.m. and this is the news.
An hour and a half in. I've seen better, I've seen worse.
Hey. An hour and a half is still pretty decent. It's just these silvers are being quite pesky.
It's about 2 weeks faster than I would do it.
But that was a nice clear room, and let's see what's through this shutter door.
Bogey Smalls inadvertently confirming that the sprite is Bo Jackson.
More exploration. We're running out of staircases. One of them has to be the right staircase, but this room is kind of scary with these darknets all around and only having 2.5 hearts.
Very unfortunately, Amola's there.
Yeah, no one likes those, especially when you're entering the room from the left.
Digshake finally tapping into that potion. He's thought about it a couple times. I've seen it sit in his inventory.
But it is dangerously on half a heart. One good hit, and back to start Liquid Husband goes.
I too live dangerously, Liquid Husband.
Do you like to play with fire? Because you're probably going to get burned by that wand. And deciding to take the safe option and not willing to die, Liquid Husband back up in A's back to start here in this dungeon, gets to 3 hearts, which is quite nice. And let's see if we're going to have more of this level 9. Oh, I just realized.
Digshake finds the red ring. That means that we're looking at 7 for the silver arrows. Digshake already knows, so he's going to be bowing straight out and diving in there. Liquid Husband's going to get the disappointing news. Wait, why is he going back in?
Because Digshake never found the book in level 9. It was Liquid Husband.
Yes, he did.
Oh, wait. Huh?
He found the book, and then he up and A'd and didn't retain it.
Okay.
He swapped it back out for bombs.
These big brain plays are too big for my brain right now. And to level 7 we go.
Alright, here we go. So he should make reasonably short work of this.
Keyword is reasonably.
right, I died. The wrong soup. Alright,
No
here we go.
soup for you.
No soup for you.
At least we don't have a soup Nazi to worry about.
Yeah, we just have Seinfeld here.
So is this the Legend of Seinfeld now?
Yeah. That's the new level 9 music.
You haven't seen Seinfeld yet. You know some of the iconic stuff.
Seinfeld was a cultural phenomenon. You have to know at least some, even if you don't know that it's from Seinfeld. It's like when people quote Shakespeare without knowing it.
Hey, don't count out Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So I counted it out before I started.
The Liquid Husband, okay. Is that a book left over, or did the Liquid Husband find the map?
He found the map. Because he's looking at the map.
As you can see, paying attention to 2 screens at once is a very hard thing to do. And that free Dorito heel just sitting on the floor. We still have not found our item in Stanton. Oh, where can that be?
There it is. Digshake knows everything he needs to know and has everything he needs to have. So
Speak
he's
of
going
it.
to be making the rush.
And at 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 50-something seconds, we have a go mode. So let's go to this level 9. It will be fast. We know where the princess is. We know where Ganon is. Let's just go make some bacon.
He has the red ring too, so there's really nothing stopping him here. And a potion if he ever needs it too. Insert theme to Rocky here.
I would reference a certain Queen song, but I don't want to get copyright striked or demonetized on here.
He's got the eye of the Goma, it's the thrill of the fun.
That's not Queen?
I don't care.
Yeah, but it is still a song. But here's Ganon. Let's see how quickly we're gonna make bacon bits out of this. So, is Digshake gonna get a stun lock? Because this room is a pain in the butt to fight Ganon in. But unfortunately, Liquid Husband, as we get bacon bits on Digshake's screen, it is the window of opportunity is closing for Liquid Husband to catch up, as Digshake will soon be locating Zelda.
Here we go. Killing dark nuts like they ain't no thing. Alright, here we go. So he's going to be hopping down that staircase.
Looks
Liquid
like
Husband has a whole 7 dive between him and winning this right now, but he did get the red ring.
this window of opportunity just sailed away. Set an open course for the Virgincy.
Yeah, GG
Zelda
is all
is
over the place.
not
In there for Digshake, approximately 138. 11, I'd say off the top of my head, although it's not official, don't quote me.
And get your GGs in chat for Digshake. And hopefully Digshake might be coming in for an interview soon. Who knows?
I hope so. That would be fun. I've been in his room and he's spoken to me and I've typed at him, but we've never spoken together. So it'd be fun to be able to talk to him. That was a pretty good run.
Indeed it was. It could have been anyone's game, except the location of the silvers is what sealed the deal.
Locations of the silver, the 7 troll that we called at the beginning, as the commentator's curse, did come through.
Well, I guess you can say the jig is up, the news is out, they finally found the silvers.
Uh-huh.
And the renegade who had it made retrieved them for a bounty.
Did you mean to rhyme that one?
I'm referencing a song.
The renegade that had it.
Sticks,
Sticks and Stones?
Dennis DeYoung. I love
Old enough, I just don't know it.
Sticks is amazing, and I will. Wooden sticks. While we won't have any sticks or pointy stabby things in this seed, just go listen to Sticks. Domo arigato, Mr. Rovato.
I did my
It was
first
a
Sticks
song,
music.
yeah.
I had their complete works downloaded from Napster when I was like 20.
Well, this may be a 138, but you can say it is the best of times.
That is a good point.
At this rate, I should just make it a game to see how many Stick songs I can reference.
I think you won.
Well, Sticks is amazing.
Oh, when he looked up at his completed map, it looked like a little panda.
Yeah, but Liquid Husband still has not seen that book.
I'm stretching as hard as I can here to put a positive spin on what's happening. You didn't win, but you got a panda on your map. Alright, so if he can get through this... Bo Jackson looking a little bit more like Samus here. Would have been great to get digshake up in the conversation. I'm curious how he felt when he found the 7. If he was worried that he was way behind, or if he felt pretty confident that he was gonna lock that one in.
And
A lot of this really came down to luck. Like, everything was so critical at certain times. Like, the husband had, I think one of the biggest disadvantages is really that he found the red candle so much later than digshake did.
well,
Am I correct? The digshake also got the wand first? Or am I correct about that?
Digshake did get the wand. No, actually, Liquid Husband got the wand first.
Okay, so that gave him a chance to help catch up, but at that point, digshake had the magic key too. And Liquid Husband was straight up leaving dungeons because he didn't have the magic key. So digshake had a lot of really good turns of fate here.
I mean, Liquid Husband didn't make any wrong decisions. It just sometimes your opponent can be fast. Well, with the exception of still digging this 9, sometimes your opponents can just be faster.
Liquid Husband up in the HUD. Let's see here.
Dark
He's
Ball.
probably feeling a little confused about what to do next because the hide and seek game for the items here was pretty strong.
Yeah. Eventually, Liquid Husband is going to get this information and head to level 7.
But if I'm not mistaken, he has both items in 9. So is he trying to find Ganon? Just to know where he is, or what? Because if I was Liquid Husband right now, I'd be thinking pretty hard. 6. We know he has the red ring. We know he has the book, even though it's not marked out on the tracker because it's up on the top there.
No book or Liquid Husband would have ditched this blew this popsicle stand.
Oh, I see. He has the map, not the book. So
But
he's
that
trying to find the book.
information is really gonna suck. It's a bitter thing to swallow.
He's digging into this hard. When it comes to a Pokemon map, he's got to catch them all, right?
Yeah. At this rate, we're gonna have. So, accidental 100% anyone minus heart containers? We're getting closer to that book, just not close enough.
Did he get that bomb upgrade out of 1?
I do not remember.
If he didn't, he might leave and go back to 1, which would be the obvious play and sort of a big mistake. Yeah, I think he might be thinking about 1 at this point. Just, if nothing else, because it would be a little more logical and easy to wrap your mind around than continuing on with 9.
After probably checking over his track, where Liquid Husband decides to head out of this level 9, probably he's going to find a bomb shop first to restock these bombs, and maybe make his way over to level 7.
He can only get 1 pack of bombs, and he blows out his money pretty hard. He walked in and out of that shop. Got a 5 spot. Is that so he can get 2 packs, maybe? Yeah.
Yes, because 32...
No, he's getting bait. Wait a minute, why is he getting bait?
In case there's some crazy bait block that is suspected. But sadly, that is not the case. So Link's just carrying around some meat on a bone just to get it around Hyrule. Maybe it's a nice snack before feasting on the bacon bits of Ganon? Who knows?
Oh, I see. So he thought that that was a necessary bait block, but it's not.
Nope.
Thank you, Dark Balls.
And still, no soup for you. It may have been meat, but it was an Octorok soup. And as my sanity slowly dwindles with this seed, eventually we will find the silvers in here.
Fun fact about Arby's salad wife. It's one of those things that you go your whole life without realizing the obvious, but RB stands for roast beef. And the name Arby's sounds like RB, so it's like this really subtle pun.
Oh, the more you know. You just need to make that a PSA announcement, add a certain jingle, and it's a meme.
That was a very fun Arby's fact. Another fun Arby's fact is one of the best Twitter accounts on the internet is Nihilist Arby's.
Wait, so Arby's like real Twitter account?
No. The worst real Twitter account is Radio Shack. A few months ago they unleashed it to what sounds like somebody that maybe is like 13 and a gamer. And it's the most inappropriate, outrageous, marketing Hail Mary I've ever seen in my life. It's the most toxic Twitter account imaginable.
That is called shock value.
It is. It's like they're playing into shock jock culture from back in the day. But
well, it's more of a publicity. It's publicity, good or bad publicity. Their name is still on your tongue, so it's doing its job.
It goes over the line, though. I mean, good publicity with SAS would be like the last Blockbuster account. The Radio Shack one is just straight up. I think they've been reported on Twitter several times and things like that. They have a whole string for a month where they have deleted tweets. It's really, really toxic.
And with those silvers, Liquid Husband is back into level 9 and is ready to take on the pig. I guess you can say we're going to be having a meat sandwich tonight.
Yeah.
Though,
thanks for keeping me on task there, Steve.
Of Twitter accounts, Wendy's. You cannot count out the Wendy's Twitter account.
Oh, this is the absolute best. I used to Common Swirl too, but they stopped doing it. It would just be scratch, and then the next one would be sleep. And the next one would be run. But it finally stopped a couple years ago. So we've got a Ganon fight. This looks like an absolute definite. He's in the right spot to get it. He's going for a stun now. He's got at least a partial one here. And we're going to put the arrows in, and we have bacon. So now he's just got to make his way to the princess. He knows where she is, and he should probably, knowing him, he remembers the route. So we should see this done in. It'd be really fun if he got it in under 150, but I think we might go a little over 150 here.
And as we get closer to this Zelda, we're gonna have... And Liquid Husband is having to play with fire and that heart and a half with these dark nuts. And only one bomb.
There we go.
Gotta go fast.
Coming out on the princess, rolling in hot.
Yeah, that's 150.
Monochrome Bo Jackson saving the princess, and all of Hyrule by extension.
So get your GGs and cat for Liquid Husband. I will ask Dark Falls if you're still listening. What is that official time?
Bo traded back to the Raiders. Oh, did we see what the flute song was?
We will.
I'd be curious.
Not on Digshake's side because I think the credits ended too fast. But maybe we'll see it on Liquid Husband's side, and maybe Liquid Husband might come in for a
Beethoven's Fifth
interview.
I think Digshake didn't have the randomizer for the song on, and Liquid Husband did.
Oh no, it's Beethoven's Fifth.
Yes.
Now I just gotta remember which piece is Beethoven's Fifth.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, that. But Beethoven also, you can say, sounds like beef. If you separate it, it spells beef oven, if we're going back to the topic of meat.
Oh, that's a good point. Somewhere deep in the annals of Charles Schultz is Marty Schroeder's rolling in his comic-y grave right now, upset with you about that one. And
thank you, Dark Falls. So we have our official race times from both of our runners. From Shake Dig, we had a 1:38. From Liquid Husband, it was a 1:49. So thank you for that information. And we're going to find out if Liquid Husband will be coming in for a post-race interview.
A peanut butter dig shake. How do you feel about peanut butter milkshakes while we wait for Liquid Husband?
Peanut butter milkshakes, put some chocolate in it, and then yes. Just yes.
It's not too heavy, it's not too thick for you?
I mean, I'm someone that if I have a lot of peanut butter, I usually drink some milk after it. So having some dairy with that peanut butter, it's like the best of both worlds.
A peanut butter milkshake sounds like the confectionery version of pottery clay.
I don't know how that is. It just, I want yummy peanut butter in my tummy.
It just sounds so thick and like heavy and sort of grainy with the peanut stuff going on. But, it's a little too much for me. I like something a little lighter.
Mm-hmm. So, are you a crunchy or smooth person?
Crunchy or smooth? Crunchy. Absolutely, all the way crunchy.
Okay,
crunchy.
I'm offended.
And crunchy in my jelly too, because I want seeds in it.
Smooth is the way to go. Smooth is just so you can take a bite and then everything just comes together.
You Coca-Cola people are all the same.
You crunchy peanut butter people are all the same.
All right. So on that note, it looks like Liquid Husband is turning up the opportunity to come and chat. So we are going to close out the stream for tonight. It's been a great run. It was real close all the way through. Just a little bit of bad RNG on the side of Liquid Husband here, where I think he just quite didn't search the right things at the right time. But the methodology here was really good. It was great to watch this, great to commentate this, great to have a first chat with UK Tap. And we're going to shut it down and give SpeedGaming 4 back to them in a second.
All right. I just want to say thank you to the runners for giving us a wonderful race to watch and entertainment. Thank you, Dark Falls, for being our tracker. Thank you all, chat, for showing up. And thank you, Spirit and Magic Helmet, for doing comms with me. I really enjoyed doing this with you.
Yeah, me too. And thanks to the YouTube channel that will see this in the future.
And with that, I bid everyone good evening.